Hello and welcome to an overview of our product Security and Access Manager. In this demo, we're going to focus on 4 tabs. So Object Access, allowing you to amend, lock down, rollback changes to your object level access. Objects and fields, which then allows you to drill down into your field level security and make mass changes to those. Record Access, which allows you to very quickly understand why a user can access a record. And then the Dictionary tab, which allows you to track sensitive data and also mass update your descriptions and help text for fields, and also produce data-specific profile dictionaries. So in Object Access, I'm going to select some profiles on my left here. Let's take some sales ones. Take a couple of permission sets as well, and maybe a couple of non-sales users. I'm going to use my opportunity object as an example. So I'm selecting the object up here. So then if I hit go, this returns my CRUD rights, so my create, read, edit, delete, view, modify all rights on the opportunity. So immediately I might not want these guys having delete rights. Perhaps actually the finance profile shouldn't be able to delete either. It should only be the sales support that can delete. So then I very quickly apply my changes directly back into the metadata, so my changes are saved. We then have log functionality, which allows you to very quickly view your security setup today compared to the data for saved log. So this is the 8th of July 2019. Any changes from today are then shown against the log. So anything shown in red is a difference between today and the date of the log. So in this example, it's saying that the sales operations guys do have delete rights, but at the date of the log they didn't. So now I can very quickly revert my changes. This is quite useful when you're deploying permissions. The best change management in the world, best release management tools, there's always problems with permissions. So this allows you to very quickly revert your changes back, take the pressure off. You might have users that are complaining about a change. So you revert your changes back, then work out what went wrong with the change, and then reapply your changes once the pressure's off of it. So there, I've very quickly made some changes to my opportunity access, and then I've also reverted my changes back. Next, I want to see, I want to do an export. So now I'm going to select my objects to export to Excel. So let me take some objects up here, export to Excel. And within a couple of seconds, we've actually exported our object level access across all our objects in Salesforce. So in this spreadsheet, I've got my CRUD rights at the top here. I've got my profiles and permission sets down the left. Green means I have the permission, red means I haven't. I've got the org it was exported from. It's quite useful audit information, the company name, the date of the export, and who it's exported by. And then along the bottom here in the tabs, I've got the different tabs, one for each object, that shows me my object level access across the whole system. So there we go. So we go back to Salesforce. You can also export logs. Let me just quickly show you this. So this has a bit more audit information. So in this export, we've exported the log from the 8th of July. So this is telling me that there's been a change to delete rights since the 8th of July. So anything in red is a change. I've also got the user that made the change. That's useful if there's different system admins working on the same org. It's useful to use this tool and understand why another system admin has made a change so you don't reverse it by mistake. I've got the date of the log, the date of the export, and who it's exported by. And if you enter the description, it'll have the description there. So that's really the first tab. We'll go to the field level security now. Let me select the opportunity object again. I'll take a couple of profiles on the left here. Let's take some sales ones. And then I hit go. I've got my CRUD rights summarized up the top here. And then if I drill down to the fields, I can very quickly adjust the field level security. So maybe all my sales guys should actually have edit rights and opportunities makes sense. Maybe sales operations don't need it. So there, I very quickly made some changes. Adjusted field level security on opportunity. That's head of sales request. So that's applied against the log. So there we go. I've made mass changes to the fields there. You can imagine if you're doing this with a lot of profiles, actually clicking through the security setup, it takes an enormous amount of time, and you don't get the transparency of seeing your profiles side by side. If you're deploying chain sets with objects in, permissions can be a bit of a challenge there as well. So you can use your tickle to open up all access, so read and edit there. Or if you just wanted to display the fields that a profile does have access to, you could use the display all functionality here and just go, I just want to see the fields that they have read access to. And then again, you might want to say, I just want to see the fields that they've got edit access to. Let's do it on the sales manager. We've just got our edit ones there. Again, you can export to Excel, you can generate PDFs, legal sometimes prefer that, so to audit, and you export the logs. You can also filter by profiles, so just profiles or just permission sets. Financial Force, for example, comes with about 100 permission sets, I think now. So you don't want to just look at your profiles or your permission sets separately if you've got a lot of them. You can also select by manage package object or opportunity or organization object. Now, if I go to record access, Salesforce permissions can become like a plate of spaghetti when you're using sharing settings, territories, roles, profiles, permission sets, public groups, etc. Trying to pinpoint why a user can't access a record can be a bit of a nightmare. So this tab allows you to very quickly query and understand why a user can access a record. So I'm taking this ID here, I'm going to paste it in here, and then hit go. And what this does is it searches in the background and lets me know exactly why a user can access that record. So immediately see I've got modify all records and modify all data on my profile, so I've got access that way. It's in the territories Europe and United States, so pretty a bug in my setup there. It can't be in both Europe and United States. It's got manual sharing and implicit child sharing and owner sharing on the record sharing settings. It's also in these public groups. So it's in the group name opportunity access, which has a rule on it that says the rule name, that's really the opportunity name can't equal XYZ. So obviously that's good and access to all opportunities. So pretty want to lock that down. So finally, I'm going to go to the dictionary tab. So this allows you to track where your sensitive data is across your CRM. This is particularly useful with all the new data legislation, such as GDPR. So here I'm going to quickly edit my account object and tick some fields I want to track. So this might be for your company confidential information, so that might be customer data. I'm just back click there, apologies. Just click on this again, edit. So as I was saying, this allows you to track highlighted data across your CRM. So this might be company confidential information. So say, for example, it could be legal information that you keep on your customers, or it could be their revenue information or stuff that you've got a duty of care to protect. Equally, it could be personal information on your customers, so it could be date of birth, address, or any of those fields that you've got a duty of care to protect through the data legislation acts. So here I'm going to very quickly track my data. We can also make mass updates to the help text. So that's what the user sees, or the description. That's what you as an admin see. So make mass changes from these screens again. Save my changes for deploy. This is actually creating a change set in the background, so it's all tracked there as well. So now I deploy my changes. And then I can produce a report which actually shows me where all that sensitive data is across my CRM. So there I can see my highlighted data across my different objects. So I'm going to leave it there because I'm trying to keep this demo down to 10 minutes. I hope you've enjoyed the demo. There's lots more functionality that we can show you. So if you're interested in a demo, please do reach out and we can show you some more functionality and learn a bit more about